dear students, in this lecture I will discuss about the properties of D block elements. And D block is one of very abundant group of modern periodic table. D block. Okay. Then properties properties of D block elements. As you know, general property, through electronic configuration, if the last electron of any element used to enter in d orbital through electronic configuration, if the last electron of any element used to enter in d orbital, then no doubt it belongs to D block. Okay. For example, as we have taken example iron, whose atomic number is 26. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. See here. Here you know, for the iron, its last electron used to enter in d orbital, d subset. No doubt it belongs to D block. We can take any more example. Next one example. Okay. Suppose we have taken here chromium having atomic number. We can take chromium. Okay. Exceptional 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1 and 3d5. This one is the exception. 10, 12, 18 or 18, 6, 24. It is counted as the exceptional electronic configuration. But one thing you can compare here also, that the last electron of chromium also used to enter in d orbital. So it belongs to D block. Clear? Second property. Their outermost two cells are incomplete. That is very, very important point about the D block elements. You know, in case of D block elements, their outermost two cells are incomplete. Clear? Their outermost two cells are incomplete. Generally in P block and S block, their outermost one cell is incomplete. But especially for the D block element, their outermost two cells are incomplete. And see here, their outermost cell electronic configuration. The outermost cell, you know, outermost cell, सबसे बाहर का जो cell होता है, balance cell. The electronic configuration of the outermost cell of D block element is NS1R2 and N-1D 1 to 10. This is very important. Be concentrated here. Here you know what is the N. Here N is considered to be outermost cell. N is considered to be the outermost cell. Right? These two cells are incomplete. See, I will also certify to this one. I will certify it. See, as for the iron, this is the balance cell. For the chromium, this is the balance cell. Because this is the electronic configuration of balance cell, means outermost cell. Compare here. In case of iron, here N is equal to 4. This is the 4. 4, yes. Here N is equal to 4. 4. And S has 1 or 2 electron. 2 electron. And N minus 1. When N is 4, then 4 minus 1 means 3. 4 minus 1 means 3. N minus 1. Here N is already 4. 4 minus 1 means 3. And it used to enter in this subset, having number of electron 1 to 10. Having the number of electron 1 to 10. There are 6 electrons. And why 1 or 2? Because chemistry is the subject of exception. And especially the D block elements, a lot of elements has exceptional electronic configuration to take care of the half filled or full filled D subcell to maintain stability, right? By the same way, in case of the chromium, its here value of En is 4, having 1 electron, that is the exception. And 4 minus 1 means 3, that used to enter in D subcell. And number of electron, 5. Clear? On account of this statement, it has cleared that their outermost 2 cells are incomplete. Fourth, in D block, as you know well, in D subcell, there are 10 electrons. That's why in D block, there are 10 groups. There are 10 groups in D block, and these used to start from third group, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. These are the group of periodic table which are considered under D block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Means group number 3 up to 12. These 10 groups are counted under D block elements. Okay? Clear? Next property, which is very, very important. Very, very important. D block elements are considered to be hard. These are the hard metals, not soft like the S block. These are hard metal. Why? Because these D block elements are also known as transition metals. These are known as transition elements, or simply you can say metals. Why these are said to be transition metal? Why? What is the reason that D block elements are considered to be the transition metal, transition element? Why? Because we can convert their outermost cell in excited state. You know excited state and ground state. Means we can apply Hund's law, especially in their outermost cell. Paired d orbital electrons also convert into unpaired state. Means D block element के outermost D subcell में जो paired electron होते हैं, D में जो paired electron होते हैं, excited state में those paired electron also converted into unpaired state. And those elements which used to follow this property are considered to be transition element or transition metals. Hence, all the elements of D block are considered to be transition metal except जिंक फैमिली. सभी के सभी डी ब्लॉक एलिमेंट ट्रांजिशन मेटल होते हैं, ट्रांजिशन एलिमेंट्स हैं. बट वन ग्रुप एलिमेंट बिलोंग्स टू डी ब्लॉक आर नॉट कंसिडर्ड एज ट्रांजिशन मेटल्स, एंड दीज आर द जिंक फैमिली. जिंक फैमिली, यू नो, जिंक फैमिली, द लास्ट Zn, cadmium, mercury. This is the new element recently used to enter in this family. Zinc, cadmium, Zn, Hg, Cd, Hg, Cl. These element belongs to zinc family. These are not considered a transition metals. Why? Because their outermost D subcell can't convert into excited state. Means इनके outermost D subcell के paired electron को unpaired state में हम convert नहीं कर सकते हैं. That's why these are said to be non-transition element. Example, Cl, zinc. Its atomic number is 30. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10. You know, This is the outermost cell. This is considered to be the outermost cell. Okay. In case of zinc, it can lose outermost s orbital electron, but not from outermost d subshell. ये outermost s subshell तो इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज कर सकता है, लेकिन d subshell से नहीं, because it is completely filled. And when paired electron of outermost d subshell can't convert into unpaired state, that's why zinc family elements are considered non-transition element. Okay, this is the particular fifth character of D block elements. Next, D block elements are widely used as a catalyst. Generally, the metal which belongs to D block are used as a catalyst. Catalyst, have you listened about catalyst? Catalysts are those substances which either increase or decrease to the rate of reaction without taking part in any reaction, are said to be catalyst. Okay, there are some elements whose only presence is responsible to increase or decrease to the rate of reaction without taking part in reactions. Such elements are said to be catalyst. Okay, for example, as for the formation of ammonia by Haber process, twice nitrogen hydrogen gas used to form ammonia. In this reaction, here iron is used as a positive catalyst. Later you will study about positive as well and negative catalyst, but generally I want to explain about the only catalyst. Hence, catalyst क्या कहता है? Reaction से कहता है तेरे पास में आया हूं, कुछ करके जाऊंगा, तुझे घटा के जाऊंगा या बढ़ा के जाऊंगा, तभी catalyst कहलाऊंगा. Here iron is working as a catalyst. Ultimately, most of the catalysts are taken D block elements. Are taken as a D block elements. Clear? Why? Why only D block elements are considered as a catalyst? Because reason is clear. What reason is going to clear? Because these have unpaired electron, vacant d orbital, and having highest adsorption capacity. Okay? This is the particular sixth character of D block element. And next property of D block element. These are also known as coinage metals. D block elements are also said to be coinage metal. Coinage metal, you know? Coins. The metals which belong to D block are widely used to make coins. Silver coins, gold coins, copper coins, and all these metal belongs to D block, right? And next property, that is very, very important property of D block element. And what is that property? D block element used to form colored ion and show variable valency. It is very important character. D block element used to form colored ion. Colored ions and so variable valence. Very much. This character is especially related to D block elements. Means D block element used to produce a particular color in ionic state. And variable valency, you know, ferrous, ferric. More than one valency. Cuprous, cupric. Mercurous, mercury. Okay. But why this character is particularly related to D block elements? We are explaining it by providing particular example. As for iron, its atomic number is 26. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6, and this is the outermost state. This is the ground state, ordinary state of iron. Since iron counted under metal, and metal have tendency to lose electrons, and iron is a particular metal, it is a more reactive metal, so it will also lose electrons to gain electropositive nature, to show electropositive nature. Then first of all, it will lose electron from outermost s orbital. Now one question can reflect in your brain, why not from outermost d subshell? ये इलेक्ट्रॉन डी सबसेल से ना रिलीज करके एस से क्यों रिलीज किए जा रहे हैं? बिकॉज यू नो वेल, बोथ सबसेल आर प्रेजेंट इन outermost cell. Both are present in outermost cell. Not only 3D and 4s, both are present outermost cell. And one thing you know, the energy of 4s is low than, the energy of 4s orbital is lower than 3D. And it is too easy to lose electron from that orbital which has lower value of energy. That's why first of all, iron will lose its outermost s orbital electron to show electropositive nature. And when since there are 2 electrons in outermost s orbital, so after losing these 2 electrons, it will gain +2 charge. And now remaining electronic configuration, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, okay, and 4s becomes 0 and 3d6, and this is known as ferrous. Since iron has lost 2 electrons from outermost s orbital, that's why it is known as ferrous. And in this state, it is completely colorless. In us form, it is completely colorless. But why? Why it is completely colorless? This is the question. Us form में iron colorless क्यों होता है? Because in this state, when iron used to lose 2 electrons from its outermost s orbital, then some of the deficiency of energy take place, and to fulfill that deficiency of energy, iron used to absorb visible light. Iron used to absorb to visible lights. और जब ये absorb कर लेगा और emit नहीं करेगा, then there is no probability of any type of color. That's why it used to appear in colorless state. And now, since it has taken light energy in form of sunlight, so it used to gain excited state. सनलाइट एनर्जी को एब्जॉर्ब कर रखा है, और किसी में कलर ऑरिजिनेशन के लिए ओनली सनलाइट इज कंप्लीटली रिस्पॉन्सिबल. अब उस सनलाइट को कंप्लीटली एब्जॉर्ब कर लिया है, तो इसकी एक्साइटेड स्टेट पहुंच गया, और ये ज्यादा देर तक एक्साइटेड स्टेट में नहीं रहेगा. सो एक्साइटेड स्टेट से ग्राउंड स्टेट में टर्न करने के लिए इट विल लूज 1 more electron. Then only 1 more electron from outermost d subshell. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, and remaining one is 3d5. And now it is known as ferric. It will read as ferric, as ferrous, and this one is ferric. And in this state, it used to appear reddish brown, having reddish brown color, because during the loss of 1 electron from its outermost shell, it used to emit reddish part of absorbed light, reddish part from the absorbed lights. That why in this state it used to appear in reddish brown state. क्योंकि जब एलिमेंट डी ऑर्बिटल से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन को लूज करता है तो जो विजिबल लाइट को एब्जॉर्ब कर रखा था ना उसमें से रेड, बिकॉज यू नो विजिबल लाइट हैज 7 कंपोनेंट, विजिबल, तो रेड पार्ट को ये इमिट करता है. दैट्स व्हाई इट यूज्ड टू अपीयर इन रेडिश ब्राउन स्टेट. एंड दिस इज द नेचर ऑफ द पर्टिकुलर मेटल्स कि एक फॉर्म आने पर जब डी ऑर्बिटल से इलेक्ट्रॉन को लूज करेंगे तो अपने नेचर के आधार पर अलग अलग वेव लेंथ और फ्रीक्वेंसी की कलर लाइट को रिलीज करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन केस ऑफ कापर आज फॉर्म में कलरलेस होता है, बट इन केस ऑफ इक फॉर्म इट यूज्ड टू इमिट टू वायलेट कलर लाइट एंड यूज्ड टू अपीयर इन ब्लू, used to appear in blue state in ic form. That's why you can guess and you can analyze through this example that p block elements used to show variable valency like ferrous, ferric. In iron used to show two valencies, 2 and 3 variable, and in us form it is completely colorless, but in case of ic form it used to gain reddish brown color. Okay, and last one, the property, d block elements have also character to form complex compound. D block elements have particular property, particular character to form complex compound, जिनको कि आजकल हम मॉडर्न लैंग्वेज में कोऑर्डिनेशन एंटाइटीज कहते हैं. कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपाउंड और सेकेंड नेम कोऑर्डिनेशन एंटाइटीज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल as K4 FeCN6. This is a complex compound and its name is potassium ferrocyanide. Next one example, Cu NH3 whole 4 ESO4. This is also the complex compound and its name is tetraamine copper sulfate. These are said to be complex compounds. Complex compound. And complex compounds are formed especially by d block element. But why? Because their outermost two cells are incomplete. Okay? And these have tendency to form these complex compound in hope, having the hope to fulfill their outermost two vacant cells. अब इसके outermost जो vacant cell होते हैं उनको fulfill करने के लिए these are impelled to form such type compound which are commonly known as complex compound. Clear? And d block element, one thing more. These used to show paramagnetic as well as diamagnetic character. Through your previous chapter, atomic structure, you know well. Paramagnetic, you know, those elements which have at least one or more than one unpaired electrons are known as paramagnetic elements. Okay? And those elements which have only paired electrons are said to be diamagnetic elements and used to show diamagnetic character. Okay? But you know, d block element used to show paramagnetic as well as diamagnetic character. These are known as transition metals. Okay, having their outermost two cell incomplete. These are the basic properties of d block elements. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट थी, मीन्स आपको समझना पड़ेगा. देख न जाकर मौके की चुप रहना बहुत जरूरी है. देख न जाकर मौके की चुप रहना बहुत जरूरी है, मतलब समझना बहुत जरूरी है, और सही वक्त आ जाने पे इन्हें लिखना भी बहुत जरूरी है. सो यू हैव टू नोट डाउन ऑल दीज थिंग्स इन योर कॉपी, राइट? थैंक यू.